Hi, it's Megan. I have recently bought a bunch of eyeshadows. It's my birthday. There were a bunch of friends and family sales. There were a whole bunch of new eyeshadows formulas that came out in shades and stuff. So I bought a bunch of eyeshadows, both high-end and drugstore brands, and I'm trying to get videos done on them. But I'm also moving, and the house we're moving into needs a lot of work, so I'm kind of trying to juggle everything. So I'll be dribbling these videos up as I can, but I did want to do my other Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder Eyeshadow. It's a long, I have to read that, that's long. So I bought 3 and I did a review for that, and I'm going to put a link to that video in the description to this one, and that's going to be a little bit more detailed and longer just because I want to get these shades up, but they're pretty similar in my opinion to the other 3, which were like a pink, a purple, and then one of the highlight shades. And so now I've got number 1, which is Bella Ivory, which is not opening, like this, and I've got that one right here, and this one they say right on here. It's a satin matte, and you can see it's a pretty actually, you know what, I'll just do the swatch now, and then I'll do the other one, and then I'll describe them. So there it is right there. It's a very light, warm toned white. It's got a pearly sheen, and I think it is just a really useful color. This is like one of my favorite colors, this warmer, whiter, like white ivory, ivory white, you know, a little bit more warm tone since I have warm tone skin. It's just a great shade to work with a lot of other darker colors. And the way I learned it, although not everyone does this, is that if you put a little bit of a highlight shade here, it opens up your eyes, and then also it just looks more polished. I guess the trend lately is not to do that, but I still do it. Whether it's outdated or not, I like doing it. And occasionally, if I'm running really late, I will also use this just as an eyeshadow for the same reason. I don't really have time to think about what I want to put on. I want something neutral that matches, but I just can't deal with it. So I just use this to kind of make myself look a little bit more polished as an eyeshadow. And then I put a tiny bit under. These are only $3.99 and they're 0.05 ounce. They're new in the permanent range of shadows. They're supposed to be 30 shades. My Walgreens where I saw them was like wiped out, which is why I got a couple of them, but I wasn't sure what I was going to think because Milani has never been a favorite of mine. I haven't had the best luck, but I really like these. These are supposed to be crease resistant, use wet or dry, and have rich, vibrant color. And I found that yes, they did apply a little bit better when wet, but it wasn't on most of the shades that big a difference. What I did like about them is that they're really easy to apply, very even, they don't crease, they don't kind of fade, they don't flake, they blend easily, and I like the shades. They weren't as multi-dimensional as some higher end eyeshadows, but they're really pretty, and they're sometimes with drugstore you get powdery, you get bad wear, you get these shades that just aren't good on skin tones. They're pretty in the pan, but they're just not pretty on. I didn't find that with the 5 shades I got. So the second one I got, and then I really, this is kind of a silly thing, sorry to ditch, but this is a satin matte too. I like the fact that they say what they are on the back. So if you want a shimmer, you can get a shimmer. The other 2 I got were shimmers. I think 3 were shimmers, 1 was a shimmer highlight. These 2 were satin mattes. I like to know beforehand. I do think this second one, it's a very pretty color. So this one is Bella Espresso. It's number 6. And there it is. It's like a medium dark brown with an olive green undertone that you can see more in certain lights than others. Sometimes it looks almost like cocoa as I move it, but then other times I really see the olive. And this I put on my lid. And I think this one looks a little bit metallic, which makes it on me look a little cooler tone because it's a warm tone brown, but with a metallic texture on me, it always looks a little cooler. And then also it looks lighter, just the way metallics work, because they're reflecting the light or whatever. So I love this shade. I think this is a really great neutral. You can build it up for the crease. I used it under as a liner as well. And then you can have it a little bit lighter on your lid, so you can use it as a lid color. Again, they're not like super multi-dimensional complex shades, but they're really solid quality. So I would say of all the Milani products I've tried, this is well by far my favorite. which I guess is not that big a compliment coming from me, but I really actually like them a lot. So I wanted to do the second video for the other two colors I have, and at some point I'll make it back to CVS or Walgreens and see if I can find other colors, because I do like these. But at least I'll get these videos up. Thanks for watching. If you have other shades or recommendations, I would love to hear it. And subscribe please on YouTube. And then on YouTube I also have a novel called Masks, which I'm putting up chapter by chapter, and I'll put a link to those chapters in the description.